All right. Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone, Ruel. Peace and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel. To you, I say Shalom. It's the brother Jeremiah from the GMS Miami camp with the in transit lesson in the spirit, going through the spirit in transit lesson, as you know, as I said, in transit lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, straight to the point. So pretty much America, aka Babylon the Great, will be destroyed. Okay. According to prophecy. All right. A lot of you people do not even know that this place America is going to get destroyed by nuclear missiles, pelted with missiles. And you people don't even understand, or even you can't even fathom that. You can't fathom America being destroyed because why? You believe that this place is going to go on forever. You believe in the so-called white man. You want the so-called white man to rule over you. Therefore, you don't want to see this place go out because you want the so-called white man to rule over you. But this is Isaiah 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. That's right. That's right. The Lord put it in the minds of these scientists to split the atoms, to make and to create something that will destroy, and that will be known as the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, the nuclear missiles. All right, these different nations do possess missiles, and they will shoot at America, aka Babylon the Great. According to prophecy, this will take place very soon in the near future. Okay. Put in the minds of these scientists to create these weapons, the weapons of indignation, right? Let's get that in Isaiah 13 real quick. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. And this chapter is going into the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. You know, this is Isaiah 13. Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. Yeah, the Lord is assembling these nations to come together to come up against America, also known as Babylon the Great in the scriptures. Okay. It says, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together to do what? To come up against Babylon the Great. Verse 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land. What land? America. It doesn't say America right here. But we know that Babylon the Great is also known as America. When you read Revelation 18, it talks about Babylon the Great. Okay? This is not talking about ancient Babylon. All right? No, this is talking about America. What's going to come from a far country? The ICBM missiles, the intercontinental ballistic missiles from one continent to the next continent. Intercontinental ballistic missiles. Verse 6, howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. The NLT says, scream in terror, for the day of Yahweh has arrived. The time for the Almighty to destroy. You see? That's the future for America. And a lot of you people, just don't understand that. You don't realize that. You can't fathom that. It's to the point you people saying, not in my lifetime. You see? The NLT in verse 5 says they come from distant countries, from beyond the farthest horizons. They are Yahweh's weapons to carry out his anger. With them he will destroy the whole land. Screaming terror, for the day of Yahweh has arrived. The day Salakia, the time for the Almighty to destroy. Every arm is paralyzed with fear. Every heart melts. Yeah, you people going to be scared when you hear those nuclear sirens go off. You're going to be scared. You're going to be afraid. You're going to be panicking. Okay? This is going to happen very soon, according to prophecy, and we believe it. All right? The prophets of old see the destruction of Babylon the Great. Revelation 18, verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Babylon the Great is fallen. It's going to fall. This place is going to fall. This place is not going to stand. This place is going to fall. You know? All right? Babylon the Great going to fall. And you're going to have unclean birds and animals dwelling here in America after the destruction. Okay, you're going to have vultures, owls, this unclean animals, man. Unclean beast dwelling here after the destruction. All right. So Revelation chapter 18 goes into the destruction of Babylon the Great. And different scriptures, man, different books of the Bible, different prophets went into the destruction of Babylon the Great. The prophet Ezra went into it. Okay, but this is a short video. All right, this is something very quick through the Spirit. All right, so with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash, Shalom.